everyone. It's Megan from NC Eat and Play. Today we're going to be talking to Wyatt, Leland's Operations Service Director, about Leland and Lights. Say hi, Wyatt.
Hi.
As the head curator, taster, and explorer of NC Eat and Play, I am thrilled to welcome you all to our conversation today. So Wyatt, let's just go ahead and jump in. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in the town of Leland?
So as you mentioned, I'm the Operations Services Director for the town of Leland. I like to say that that's just a fancy title. I'm fortunate. I'm surrounded by really good people. We have a tremendous team here. The thing I love most about the town is the culture. We are a family-oriented organization, and that is felt all throughout the organization. So I'm fairly fortunate.
I'm partnering with the town of Leland and you guys, Parks and Rec. We're going to be working together to kind of promote this and get people excited about it, which is very natural and easy for me because it's everything that I love. It's a small town. It's Christmas. Obsessed with Christmas. Surrounded by good food, surrounded by good parks, free for families. I don't know. I love the idea. So why don't we go ahead and start talking a little bit about Leland and Lights? Why don't you just kind of give a quick rundown of what it is?
Yeah, so Leland and Lights is like what we like to think of as our grand illumination. It's that big holiday event that we use to kick off the holiday season. We have grown this event over the past couple of years. We're really trying to build it into a destination, not just for our community, but for the surrounding communities and anybody that wants to travel and to visit with us. We have the forested section of the park, which you mentioned, which kind of serves as the hub for Leland and Lights. So if you can imagine trunk-wrapped trees, branches that are wrapped that kind of give this really cool, whimsical feel. We've got these really mature live oaks that have these beautiful dangling gold lights. Other areas we have glowing orbs and these icicle lights that kind of give this essence of the winter with kind of snowfall. We've got a whole complement of these large interactive displays, everything from like snowman playing baseball to kids having a snowball fight, Santa on a fire truck, and so much more. One of our really big focal pieces is this Old Man Winter display. He's massive. He's 40 plus feet tall and 40 plus feet wide. And when this display lights up, you can see this cold breath of fresh winter air just kind of breathe out. So all these cool little snowflakes start popping up around the display as well.
It's so cool.
We added those elements in the past year, and once we had them up and we turned them on, it just like you. I love Christmas. It hits me. I wish it was up all year, right? So we've tried to expand upon it year over year. We have the tree on our town hall steps. It's always been our focal mainstay, but this year we've added a new RBG tree, which is going to be actually in the park space. We're going to use the open field to kind of serve as the hub now for Leland and Light, because we've realized we have some capacity issues with where we are using the tree currently, and so we're going to keep that tree there to keep that beautiful picturesque element to our town hall building. We're adding this new taller tree to the park, and the tree is really incredible. It's programmable, so you get all these interactive displays around the circumference of the tree that can do different elements, up and down, cascading lights, different colors and different schemes. It's really going to be neat. We usually have a kickoff event, which is going to be on December 4th this year. At the kickoff event, we like to boast that you can enjoy warm treats and drinks with folks. Santa Claus will be with us to help the kids enjoy the holiday season. Kids will get the opportunity to sit on Santa's lap, take a candy cane. We have a small gift, a little prize for every kid. We have an interactive art station where kids can fill out their letter for Santa, and then when they go in to visit Santa, they'll be able to give him the list and drop it in his mailbox so he doesn't forget and he knows what to bring the kids back in a couple of weeks. We do kick off that event with Santa lighting the grand illumination. So he's going to come out on a few minutes before the light display comes on. We do have a kind of a grand entrance for folks that I don't want to spoil. I'll leave that as a
Spoil.
surprise for anybody who wants to visit. But we we want to immerse people in Christmas, right? We want it to be
Absolutely.
this holiday season that's there for everybody, and so we think of the event as a day of holiday play, because not only do you have all the cool elements for Founders Park, as you're leading in on Village Road, you have different light displays on the power poles leading into the park space. Earlier in the day, we have our holiday art market at the Leland Cultural Arts Center. It's a really great opportunity to visit local artisans that are making handmade crafts, specifically focused in Christmas primarily, but great chance for you to shop for the day. There's a break in between, so you can go get an early dinner, and then you can come spend the evening with us and enjoy, again, sweet treats like
Yeah.
hot chocolate and coffee, cake pops, and little cupcake type desserts. Spend time with Santa, enjoy the light display, and then have some interactive, fun elements as well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I can tell you that I've learned a little bit from this too, because I was already excited. The first time I met with you, I was like, Christmas, I'm in, lights, I'm in. I was super excited about it. And, I was just picturing a park that's lit up because I love
yeah,
Christmas lights. So that alone sounds
yeah,
amazing to me. So, I mean, this 40-foot man that's breathing snowflakes and, gorgeous Christmas tree and Santa's coming. I am pumped and I know everybody else is going to be pumped. So that is just amazing. Just because I know anybody listening to this is going to be like, I have to be there. Let's talk a little bit. You mentioned that December 4th is the big grand opening with Santa. What time is that? And just kind of remind folks that day, December 4th, is when all of that programming happens, correct? And then after that, what can people expect at the park and what are the hours? When do the lights come on?
yeah. So earlier in the day, that holiday art market at the Leland Cultural Arts Center is going to start in the morning around 10 a.m. and it'll last till 3 p.m. Again, we'll have that break in between so folks can go hit an early dinner if they'd like. Our Leland Lights event will kick off around 6 p.m. The event will last usually a couple of hours. Last year we wrapped up about 8:30, so we're going to give ourselves till about 9. Depending on the crowd and the flow and the
Mhm.
volume that want to see Santa, we will stay there until every kid has had the opportunity to visit with Santa. So we're not going to shut the doors on anybody by no means. Kids will be able to come into Santa's workshop in the park and visit with him. We've done photography in the past where folks actually get a photo of him as well. So we want to continue to highlight those things. The light display is not just a one-day event. We do have this grand illumination. We want to draw people in and you know immerse them again in the holiday spirit while we're there. But folks will have the opportunity over a 6-week period to visit the light display. So that event will kick off on December 4th and last until December 10th, or January 10th, excuse me.
Okay.
The lights will come on every evening at dusk, and they will stay on throughout the night. While the park usually does close around 11 p.m., the lights are on throughout the evening. So
Okay.
folks do have the opportunity to come at any point during the evening from dusk till later on to enjoy the light display. And again, over a 6-week opportunity to enjoy this. So if folks can't make the trip down on December 4th, encourage them to come visit the area, visit the light display, grab a bite to eat while you're here. If you're just passing through, it's a great opportunity. Or if you want to stay the night,
Yep.
there's other cool features to do here in town. So we
Yeah,
want to encourage
absolutely.
people to do that if they desire.
So let's clarify for some people. Let's say somebody comes December 15th. So they weren't able to come for Santa and all the programming. Is this the kind of thing where they park their car and walk in and wander around the park? Is this free? Is this kind of a pay by the car and you drive around and look at the lights? What can people kind of expect as far as that goes?
Great questions. So everything for this event, the day of kickoff, and all through the light display is 100% free. We view this as a community service, a community benefit, and we want to encourage people to enjoy it. And we don't want cost to be a barrier to entry for anybody. So folks can park along Town Hall Drive or in Founders Park or at our adjacent Town Hall parking lot. There's a couple of crosswalks there, and then folks will be able to walk over through the light display themselves. If you desire, you can walk through the paved path around the light displays and kind of give a perimeter view of everything that's going on. Or if you want to meander through the trees, you can do that as well. Again, everything's free. It's a great opportunity to kind of sit and enjoy the holidays. There's several nights where it felt like Christmas because it was cool and that chill was there in the air. And so you're standing in the park and you're looking at the lights and you really get a chance to, again, feel the holiday season.
Yeah, it sounds like Christmas cheer.
It is.
That is exactly what you guys are bringing to the community. I can already picture, just when you were talking about it. I was picturing putting my son in his stroller, bundled up with some blankets and maybe like a warm cookie that we picked up from somewhere in town, and just walking around the park, and he would be in awe. Yeah. And I think that is what is so neat about what you're doing, is that it's really these simple things that bring family and community together to enjoy it. Like, it's amazing to me how many people just truly love looking at Christmas lights. Yeah. Like, it's, when you mentioned what it you know, when you the first time you set up the big man that you have, and it kind of gave you the chills. It was like, it hits you. That Christmas cheer hits you. And I love that that's what you guys are providing, and for free to people.
Yeah, we like to say that we're trying to provide lifelong memories for people. Yeah. And I can share a story from 2 years ago when we actually expanded the light display. We started out kind of small scale, only lit some of the trees in the park, and then year over year we've been adding more and more, trying to really span that flow of lights all the way out throughout the perimeter of the park. And we added at one point a section of trees that were wrapped red and white, because if anybody loves the movie Elf, he travels through the 7 layers of the candy cane forest, right? Exactly. So we wanted to add our own candy cane forest, and that area kind of ended up being this really cool highlight. So much so that somebody actually picked that spot to propose to their wife. And when I talk about making memories that last a lifetime, that's the kind of stuff that pulls at our heart and tells us we're doing good things, right? Somebody thought we provided the perfect setting for somebody to get down on one knee and actually make a memory for their spouse for the rest of their lives. Right, so
that is neat.
That's a really cool story, and it makes me and the staff here feel just elated that people are excited about the display and come enjoy. And that wasn't the night of the grand celebration. That was a different night where they surprised their spouse with their family and everyone else. So it's really a cool opportunity. We have some other things too that keep folks engaged. So if you want some interaction instead of meandering through the lights on your own, we have some photo ops with deer and Santa where you can kind of put your head in these displays and take photo opportunities. If you do that, we encourage people to tag us in those posts with hashtag Leland and Lights. We have our own website, which is lelandandlights.com. So again, if you want more information on that, you can hit lelandandlights.com to find out more. We're really trying to drive a lot of traffic there and bring some attention to it in that regard. We really want folks to, again, not just come on the one instance, but enjoy the lights over the course of the 6 weeks that it's there. We have a trio of singing trees too that will keep you engaged if you like Christmas music. If anybody else is like me, Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas" is just ingrained in everybody's head all throughout the holidays, and she's hitting those high notes. The trees are really cool. The mouse move, the eyes move, and when she hits that high note, and it's like the circle just lights up, and it's pulsating, like imitating Mariah Carey hitting that note, and only so many people
Okay.
can do that.
I am so excited about that. That is my Christmas jam. If you see a random girl with curly hair dancing through the singing trees, mind your own business.
You won't be the only one. There'll be a whole crowd doing it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And
It
I think that that is just this whole past little conversation that we had, I feel like is a perfect reminder to people that there are real humans and families and husbands and fathers that created this for you
yeah.
and they love seeing you enjoy it. Like it really means something to the people behind. I'm sure every time you drive by Founders Park in the winter and you see people walking around with their families, it does something.
It
There
does.
are real people behind this that love to see you enjoy it. So every time you guys hashtag Leland and Lights, they are looking at it and they get giddy every time. I can promise you that.
My office is in our town hall adjacent to the park, and so every evening when I'm leaving work, I start to drive out and I just see all the cars piling up um, in the park, and I start seeing everybody walking through with families. I'll bring my kids over dozens of times throughout
Mhm.
the display to enjoy ourselves, and it really is something special. I'll tell you, any parks professional across the state or the country will tell you we enjoy those stories and those moments more than anybody realizes.
Yeah.
Metrics are a tremendous thing. It's great to say, hey, we had X number of people come to our
Right.
event, these types of things. You know, we had X number of lights, which I've lost count of at this point. There's just so many that we've
So
continued
many.
to add. But that anecdotal information, the storytelling is really what we love to hear. And I think that displays the impact a little bit more sometimes than just saying, hey, we had X number of people show up at our event, right?
Absolutely.
Um, it it it's that feel good stuff to hit your heart that everybody again really appreciates. And I don't speak just for myself. I speak for parks professionals all across the state. If you have every department has a local parks department. Every city, every municipality has one. So take the time to enjoy the things that your community is doing for you. Of course, I would love people to come visit with us for the holiday season. But if you don't feel like traveling that far, find some place close, find some place local. Everybody's doing something special at some point in the year, and
Yeah.
take the opportunity to visit your local parks, because a lot of times they're doing free stuff for you, or if they are charging, it's a nominal cost. Or
Yeah.
you know, if you are really wanting to be involved with something and maybe you have mobility issues, we're always forward thinking and we're planning out how to include those different elements into our event. And so we have paved areas and paved walking spaces for people to enjoy. There's ADA parking close by.
Great.
We're not putting people out of the way to really come enjoy what we're
Yeah.
trying to
You're
promote.
truly
To
making sure there's no barriers for anyone. It's open to
absolutely,
everyone. And I love that. No matter
yeah,
income, accessibility.
yeah,
I really like that. And I love your reminder too that just this is happening across the state where people are truly meeting in rooms together about how to make your community more fun.
yeah,
And I know for me, learning about Leland and Lights has made me want to almost go on like a little North Carolina Christmas light road trip. Um,
yeah.
and I think that that would be so fun for people listening. Like add Leland to your little bucket list. And every weekend you could take your family to a different small town or big city in North
Mhm.
Carolina, and your kids would get a kick out of it. Your date would get a kick out of it. Your new fiance, just hint, hint, people. It's a great idea. So I think that's amazing, and maybe even you want to go back to Leland a few times to see the lights.
That's a
It's
good idea, Megan. You
yeah,
probably should use that as an opportunity to highlight some of that stuff. I mean, locally, we're putting on a free light display, and there's other places that do it as well, but charge. Airly Gardens here in Wilmington is very popular. It's a
yeah,
pay to
it's
entry.
gorgeous.
Um, McAdamsville around Charlotte is Christmas
Mhm.
Town, USA. They're
Yeah, Christmas
absolutely
Town.
known. And Lord, I've enjoyed the light display as well, but the traffic sometimes can be
Oh
frustrating
yeah,
to deal with. I know for the residents that live around there too, that is something they always have to deal with. But sprinkled around Raleigh and Garner and everywhere,
Mhm.
there's other places to enjoy. And again, pay for entry, but those are those types where you get in your car and you drive through the light display, and those are really cool too. So I
Yeah.
don't want to discourage people from not enjoying those, but there's something to do in your community locally if you don't want to come all the way to Leland and visit us.
Right.
And you highlighting those points of interest is probably a good idea, whether that's this holiday season or in the future. Give kind of people that play portion to NC Eat and Play.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't want to drive all the way to Leland, do it anyways. He won't say it, but I will. It's worth it. I've already made the drive and there weren't even lights and it was worth it.
I'm modest and humble, so.
Yes, you are. Well, I'm not. Go to Leland, everyone. Okay, so is there anything that we did not cover that you think that people should know about Leland and Lights?
Please, I think we've said it many times. Please come spend some time with us, and please come enjoy the free opportunity we have. But if you can't visit with us this year, maybe add it to your visit list for the future years. Again, we really try to highlight and bring and expand the light display year over year. We've done that, and each year we've been very fortunate. We've been sponsored by our Tourism Development Authority, our TDA, to help expand this light display. So that helps us to do everything from buy larger light displays, buy more lights themselves, buy the new programmable tree that we have. As we try to think and expand our display, we try to be inherently more inclusive as well. So this year you'll see things like a menorah in the light display. And again, year over year, we're just going to continue to add upon it to really be a hometown feel, but be a inclusive and all inviting place for people to come visit.
I love that. And for anybody who can't make it but loves Christmas, loves the holidays, and wants to see the goings on, where can people kind of follow along to see your updates, your pictures, your videos?
Yeah. Everybody can check out lelandandlights.com. Of course, NC Eat and Play is doing a couple of highlights for us as well. We have the social media channels, our Instagram, our Facebook account, townofleland.com. We have a landing page there as well for people to check out those as well. So encourage folks to follow along, not just for this event, but any other thing that we're doing in the future. We have a handful of large-scale events throughout. We really try to focus on different points of the year. So we do some really cool egg hunt events for Easter for the kids. We have a night hunt event for the adults in that time of year.
You have an adult Easter egg hunt?
We do have adult Easter egg hunt, and it's at night.
I'm moving to Leland.
It's a nighttime egg hunt event with flashlights and glow lights and stuff. So
you guys are so good.
We really try to offer cool events, and again, I want to commend the staff that program these things on a regular basis. We're doing really cool things here. I'm proud of everybody. So
you are.
So yeah, folks should come visit.
Absolutely. I'm going to come. Leland is one of my new constant destinations.
We do concerts and movies throughout the year, sprinkled in after the Leland and Lights event on December 4th. I want to say it's the second weekend, the second Saturday of the event. We have a movie in the park. We're going to be showing the movie Elf. If folks really love Will Ferrell or love the movie Elf, come hang out with me. If some crazy thing happens and the movie won't display, I'm going to act out the entire movie because I know it verbatim. So
catch me dancing in the candy cane forest.
Exactly. So yeah, we try to sprinkle in really cool things throughout.
Yeah.
Again, it's community-based programming, so we want to have cool things for our residents and visitors to enjoy.
That's a perfect reminder that, for the people who do come and drive and check out the lights, like he said, follow along all year because you're going to eat somewhere while you're there that you're going to love. You're going to want to come back and eat it again. And they're most likely going to have some sort of event going on. And these events, what I love is that it's for their local tight-knit community, but it's also for the greater community. They love knowing that people are coming to visit and enjoy something that they worked so hard on to create.
Yeah.
So make sure you do that. Make sure you follow along on lelandandlights.com. Follow along on my channel, Days of Holiday Play on nseatandplay.com. Lots of good things going on. I want to thank you again, Wyatt, for doing this interview with me. I think we all learned a lot. I learned a lot. I'm even more excited now,
Good.
and I'm sure everybody else is. You guys are truly building something amazing, and I feel honored to be a small part of it and to help showcase that. So you guys are great. Feel so excited for everything that's coming. So thank you again for coming. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you're following along and see it and play. And I hope that everybody has a delicious and fun day. Can't wait to see you guys at Leland and Lights.